A journey of faith, celebrating 50 years of St. Patrick Catholic Church, Atomic. In the heart of Ghana, where faith and love entwine, stands St. Patrick Catholic Church, Atomic. For 5 decades, this vibrant community has shone brightly, guided by the principles of compassion, service, and devotion. Join us on a journey through time as we unravel the remarkable story of St. Patrick Catholic Church, montage of historical pictures and videos of early St. Patrick Catholic Church. I thank God for Cosmas Edmondson. Cosmas had a motorbike and realized that I, newly hired at Legon, lived at Block 3 of the Atomic Energy Apartments, but celebrated Mass at Legon. He, along with a committee of other Catholic men and women, approached me and asked if I would be willing to celebrate Mass at Atomic. Thus it was that on Sunday, December 8th, 1974, I offered Mass in a primary school classroom for 12 adults and 18 children from Atomic and the village of Dome. The Dome people were the Atiga families, the Atanzi family, the Nuvlo family, and others from northern Ghana. Since I was traveling to Nigeria for Christmas, the next Mass was not until January of 1975. Father Koster, SVD, professor and chaplain at Legon, asked me not to take another station as we were also in charge of the Medina Church. For a year after Father Koster retired, I was not only chaplain at Legon, but also a parish priest at Atomic and Medina. This meant I was offering 3 and sometimes 4 masses every Sunday. Bit by bit, the parish grew, and eventually we had our first confirmation with then Bishop, later Archbishop Ando. The parish council and I met with Bishop Ando, and the members introduced themselves as St. Patrick's Parish Council. It was then and there that I learned that the parish was named after my patron saint. Eventually, land was acquired from the Atomic Energy Commission and the present church was built. When I resided in Nigeria and visited Ghana, I always made sure to celebrate Mass at St. Patrick's.
On December the 8th, 1974, there's a reason all parishes in the Archdiocese, or diocese as it was then, were to meet at Black Star Square to have a special Mass for the Jubilee year. So I decided I would say Mass at Atomic. So the first Mass at Atomic was the day when no other parish was working in Accra, because they were all supposed to be at Black Star Square.
I thank God for everyone involved, beginning with Cosmas and including every parishioner who attends Mass at Atomic to this day.
And before we move from the new school to this present place where we are worshiping now, the church put up a structure before we move, so that from the school to this place, we were celebrating Mass under the structure where the Sunday school people used to do the Sunday school and all that. Where we call the basement. That was why we were worshiping. Now that we have attained the status of a parish and giving birth to 3 outstations, I thank the good Lord for bringing us thus far.
Asọ̀rọ̀ no started free Father Patrick Ryan Emeso. Father Patrick Ryan sophomore or lecturer or Legon, but in fear or Atomic. The my confirmation Saturday now asọ̀rọ̀ dying school dying or deal or meeting. The year confirmation or Atomic guest house. We were in my year. On I got confirmation. Na yedi started eba solo kakra to by this time. Benya father Busu, Father Usai Busu, to say Bishop or Konobi. Benya Father Yanguri, you agree with fathers need us. Yeah, I'm back no more back I'm na make kai. This will be kai. Then I will yeah call be papa mo chi sa be kini. And I mean me wedding 1993 wa. Papa na me nya na o Methodist. But me kai ya o ti ase e no starting eba kan sa na ye wedding. And also at the Danica with me. Am I ever you managed to call it baptism? Ama Samuel Ebo Abe Dickens is here.
Through faith and perseverance, St. Patrick continued to grow, expanding its physical presence and deepening its roots in the community. Father Kie and the construction team recall the journey.
Between 1990 and 1993, Atomic Energy Commission wanted to people were encroaching their lands. So as a way of having a buffer to prevent people moving onto their lands, the Christian Council of Churches met the leaders of the Atomic Energy Commission and decided to share lands among the churches around this area. So that was when we came and we moved to this site. We are fortunate because at that time, the board chairman of Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, the late Professor Alote, was a Catholic. See, so when we were sharing, if your father is inside, you make sure you get plenty. That's why we're able to have this type of land. I think we are the biggest among all the churches here because our eyes were inside. Then in 1994, we were able to cut the sod under the leadership of the late Archbishop Emeritus Dominic Ando. That's when we cut the sod to commence the building of our church.
So Albert, in 2015, we called for a pastoral visit of the Archbishop Charles Pamaboko. But Albert was bent, making the place a parish. So when Charles Pamaboko came, Albert, in his speech, told the Archbishop that, Your Grace, we have done everything to become a parish. So what is left for us to make a parish? Then the bishop looked at Albert's face because he was so bold and confident and he was bent on doing whatever he wanted to do. And he said, if you're able to build a mission house, that's what he said. He said, a mission house. So he said, Your Grace, next year we'll build it. We use a year to build a mission house. We built it. So he gave us what we call a grant or something, but we had to pay for it. And I loved working, the building of the church finishing, and also the building of the mission, house. And it was the boys in the church. They did it themselves. Francis Bedago, he was the engineer. He did everything, and at a lesser cost. So, what being good, 2016, the place was made a parish. So it was the people, they built St. Patrick. Even though I was the first parish priest, but the people themselves, the committees, project committee, this committee, that committee, they built it.
As the church grew, so did its impact. From humble beginnings to a thriving parish, the church adapted to the needs of its congregation and beyond. As we mark this golden milestone, we reflect on the journey that has brought us here. We celebrate the triumphs, honor the memories, and give thanks for the blessings.
When he declared the Jubilee year by his very presence, and he told them, by his presence, scripture has been fulfilled. That is what we have tried to imitate. So during this year, we have reached out to the poor. We have visited in Sawam prison. We have committed ourselves in prayer. We were able to go for a pilgrimage in Salt Pond, which was spirit-filled. And because the Archdiocese also focused on children, this year we had our children's camp, sent 100 children to Kodiabe. It was fun. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. We have had really beautiful days. We had a picnic that brought all our outstations together, and we have really celebrated this anniversary. As my message for all of you, I want to thank you for all your generosity, for your support. Let us remember that our motto is peace and love. That is the most important thing to build now. We have built buildings. We have built the mission house as a monument for our 50th anniversary. Not built it completely new, but completed the top of the mission house. And we have a beautiful church auditorium, which is very nice. But now it is time to build peace and love. And that's my message for us all. That as we continue in the next 25 or 50 years, what we would seek to build as a community is peace and love. May God bless all of you, dear parishioners.